Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy. Sorry that this video was a little late. I actually just got back from Tampa where I was visiting my family and spending some quality family time because I'm on spring break and I was like, I gotta go visit my family, you know, see what they've been up to lately. I miss them so much. But now I'm back in my element and I'm here today to talk about the 2014 Oscars, which just happened last night. And before I talk about the winners and what I thought about them, and even though most of you might already know what I thought about them because I was posting like crazy on Facebook. If you're my friend on Facebook, I was just blowing that shit up. I was about to break Facebook. But before I talk about them, let's talk about the show in its entirety. And I gotta say, I mean, this show is nothing really impressive. I mean, it was a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, I was very disappointed. I mean, there were some good moments here and there. The highlight of the entire night was the pizza bit. That was hilarious, that she actually brought a pizza guy. That was pretty cool. And also, I did like the selfie that pretty much broke Twitter, which was hilarious. There were other funny moments sprinkled about. But for the most part, the show was kind of dull and bland. The most disappointing part was actually the host herself, Ellen DeGeneres. I like Ellen, but for some reason I just felt like she didn't have the charisma or the energy to be a host for the Oscars. I mean, it felt like she wasn't ready. It felt like she didn't really want to be there. She was just phoning it in. I mean, it got better as the night went on, but it never was at like the high point, like, my God, she is a great host. She was just an adequate host at the best. And that's not how I want to see an Oscar host. I'm looking for someone like, you know, Billy Crystal, or even Seth MacFarlane. Say what you might about the guy, but he made an entertaining show. I was entertained at last year's Oscars. He made it fun. And that's what a show that's what a host is supposed to do. Make it entertaining and worth seeing. Ellen just didn't have that presence. Although I will give Ellen this one credit. She came off as a very personable host. Like, for most of the Oscars, you could notice that she was in the crowd, you know, like talking to them. She's like, hey, you want a pizza? You want a pizza? She gave that whole personal feel, you know, and I like people that are likable and personal like that. You know, she could have just stayed on stage, did her little shtick, and then went backstage until she had to come back out for her cue. But mostly, she was down there with the audience, talking with them, seeing how they're feeling about the night. That was really good. I like that. I just wish she had more to work with when she went down there. It felt like she was improvising everything. And maybe it could be her writers. They're a piece of shit. Who knows? All I'm saying is I expected her to have a little bit more charisma, a little bit more flair. It just came off as mundane, and it's not supposed to feel like that. This is Hollywood's biggest night. It should feel like Hollywood's biggest night, not amateur hour at some local comedy club. But again, like I said, I really like Ellen. I think she's fantastic. It's just in this moment, she didn't really shine that much. But that's just me, so let me know what you thought about Ellen's performance or her hosting duties. Now let's get into the winners and stuff. Most of them very predictable, but you know what? For the first time in a very long time, I felt like all the winners were very well deserved. Each one of them deserved every award that they won. I mean, Gravity won 7 of its 10 Academy Awards. That is impressive. Alfonso Cuarón being the first Latino director to win the Best Director category, and he won 2 Oscars that night. 2! That is impressive. I cannot deny that. I was like, well deserved. Well deserved. And they won all the technical awards that they were up for, but I mean, who didn't see that coming? What else really stood out to me? Oh, Frozen won both of its awards. Now, as much as I really did want Hayao Miyazaki's final film, The Wind Rises, to win, I can't deny that I'm very happy that Disney, for the first time in forever, have actually won an Academy Award in the Best Animated Feature category. Ever since that award was created, Disney has never won it. They lost to Pixar, they lost to DreamWorks, they lost to unknown animation studios. Disney has never won one for themselves. This was the first year that they have won a Best Animated Features Oscar. And for that, I really applaud them because Disney has paved the way for so many other animation studios and really held the bar for excellence that I really feel like it was about time. You know, they deserve this more than anybody. And as much as, like I said, I wanted the Wind Rises to win, I was very happy that Disney finally got a break. They finally won. Even though they should have won last year, I'm happy they won this year. It was very well deserved. It wasn't disappointing. I was just overall happy that they won. And they won Best Song. I had a feeling that they were going to give it to Ordinary Love by U2 because, you know, it was a song to Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela sadly died, and, you know, it would have made sense. Politically, they would have picked that song. But I was very happy that they actually picked Let It Go because that song is just amazing. And Robert and his wife EGOT'd that night. That was awesome. I can't believe it. They are part of that elite club now where they basically won an Emmy, they won Grammy, they won an Oscar, and they won the Tony, the EGOT. So props to them there. What else did I like about the night? Pretty much, yeah, everyone won their awards that were very well deserving. You had Jared Leto winning Best Supporting Actor, well deserved. I would have loved if Abid, or I can't pronounce his name, so I won't butcher it, but the guy from Captain Phillips, it would have been awesome if he won the award, just to hear his speech. It would have been very inspirational to hear it. I really liked Lapita, or see, I can't even pronounce the names right, guys. I apologize, but at least I'm not as bad as John Travolta fucking up Idina Menzel's name. Biggest facepalm of the night, honestly. I mean, as much as Ellen was kind of just phoning it in and missing her marks, John Travolta had the biggest fuck up of the night by mispronouncing her name. How do you do that, dude? Seriously. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Lupita Nyong'o, her speech was really touching. She won Best Supporting Actress. Cate Blanchett for Best Actress. And then Matthew McConaughey for Best Actor. Now, we all wanted Leo to win. I won't deny it. I wanted him to win too. I mean, I felt like this might have been his year. But, of course, in typical, traditional Oscar fashion, Leo didn't even come close. Matthew McConaughey walked up there and got the award. Now, here's why I'm not mad about this. For one, Matthew McConaughey for years has been made fun of and mocked in Hollywood for being like just the sexy guy who's like, alright, alright, alright. No one really took him seriously. He has pulled a 180 in his career, and it's reached to the pinnacle to where now he is regarded as a respectable actor. I mean, he has made respectable films before, like A Time to Kill was actually the first time I saw him, and I wasn't thinking, man, it's this sexy guy, he's like, alright, alright, alright. He was an actor. He was also in Amistad, where he was an actor. Lincoln Lawyer, he did really good. Bernie, he did really good. I haven't seen Mud, but I've heard a lot of good things. He can act, but this was the first time that he was recognized by his peers, his fellow actors, that yes, Matthew McConaughey is a respectable actor worth being nominated for an Oscar. And that in itself was an amazing feat. We already know Leonardo DiCaprio is a fantastic actor. You don't need to tell anybody that. You say his name, it's like, oh man, that guy is in so many good movies. I love him. But when you say Matthew McConaughey, you know, if you would have said that 3 or 4 years ago, you'd been like, what, that guy from Sahara? That guy from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? All those rom-coms? What's it called? That one about the girlfriends of past or something like that. But he wasn't respected. And when he went up on that stage, he was so humbling. I mean, he didn't come off as pretentious like, this is my award, everybody. Just want to tell you. I mean, he gave a shout out to his mom. He gave a shout out to God. He gave a shout out to his father. And I really liked that he said the person that he's chasing after is himself in 10 years. Now, a lot of people feel like that's a bit awkward and arrogant, but I feel like he was trying to tell everybody that he's striving to be the best he can be. And when he chases after himself, every 10 years, it's so he can perfect himself. Because no one's ever going to be extremely perfect. They're never going to reach that part where they're like, oh, I'm so satisfied. They're always chasing after somebody. And for Matthew McConaughey, it's the person that he can be. And I really like that. I admired that a lot. And his speech was my favorite speech of the night. And I guess the last thing I'm going to talk about is, of course, the Best Picture winner, 12 Years a Slave. Who did not see that coming? We all did. But did you see how Steve McQueen grabbed his Oscar? He was just like, give me that Oscar. I was just... he just grabbed it. It's like, yeah, it's mine. Give me that. That was actually, honestly, my favorite. That was my favorite moment for Best Picture winner. I mean, the guy just swoops and grabs it. Not only that, but Brad Pitt finally won an Oscar, guys. It's his first ever Oscar, and he would win it as a producer. I guess he knew he wasn't gonna win it in the acting category. He's like, well, I guess I'll win it as a producer. But still, bravo to Brad Pitt. You finally got your Oscar. I'm proud of you. You know who didn't get an Oscar that night? American Hustle. Got nominated for 10 Academy Awards, went home empty-handed in every category. Now, I have not personally seen American Hustle. I've heard so things about it, so I'm not too shocked that it didn't win. I mean, just because you get the most nominations does not mean you're guaranteed a win in at least one. I mean, hell, The Color Purple got nominated for 11 Academy Awards, went home with nothing. And that one was a good movie. This one, again, never seen it, so I can't really make an assumption, but from what I've heard, it doesn't live up to The Color Purple, and yet that better film won nothing. It would have been a travesty if American Hustle won at least one. So I'm happy that it didn't win, although I was very sad that Wolf of Wall Street didn't win anything. I mean, freaking Gravity swept the Oscars. 7 out of 10, guys. 7 out of 10. That is awesome. And pretty much that's all that I took from the Oscars. I mean, I was very happy. Gravity won most of the awards that it was very deserving for. I'm glad Frozen won both of its nominations. I'm happy that 12 Years a Slave won. Very deserving, very deserving. And Steve McQueen, that was an epic grab for your Oscar. I will remember that forever. I want to see if someone has a gift of that where he's just like, ugh. I keep doing that, but it is hilarious. Please watch that. If anything, watch that part. You'll laugh your ass off. But let me know what you guys thought of the 2014 Oscars. Did you guys really like it? Did you hate it? Did you not like who won? Did you feel like other people were more deserving? Oh, you know what? One more thing I will mention too. It was such a spit in the face to have Michael B. Jordan, and she even referred to him as the actor from Fruitvale Station, Michael B. Jordan, here to present such and such award. I'm just like, what? He should be up there winning an award, not up there giving away an award. I felt like that was such a spit in the face to Michael B. Jordan and his amazing performance in Fruitvale Station. That pissed me off the most this entire night. He was up there and didn't even get nominated, and they even referred to him from the film that he should have been nominated. That is irritating. But other than that, I was very happy with who won. The show could have been better. I want to know who's going to be the host next year. Hopefully they can bring back somebody who can bring some flair and energy to the event. I mean, come on. Ellen, attacking your audience is not funny. I mean, it's a little funny, but come on, don't embarrass them now. They're there to have fun. Don't make them feel bad. Anyway, those are my thoughts of the 2014 Oscars. And as I mentioned earlier, what did you guys think? Let me know. Comment below. Let me know. And stay tuned. I have another video coming out on a series that I'm creating. Once again, I'm bringing it back because I haven't really used it that much. Reca Mondays. So stay tuned for that. And until then, guys, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the Black Critic Guy. Like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm 21 II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.